Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Sunday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Cheers, everyone. I was going to review and rank the Cars studio album, Heartbeat City, but I did some digging yesterday, so I wanted to share that with you. Only 4 albums, but great classic rock finds. I already have some of the discography of each of the albums that I found in my collection. So they're just adding to the greatness that I already have. And some cool stuff. And reasonably priced this time. I don't know whether I lucked in. Normally and recently, the cost of vinyl, even used, is skyrocketing. But I found some decent prices yesterday, which was cool. So let's get at it. I found The Distance by Mr. Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Great shape. And I have, I've got already 4 other live. I've got 1 live and 3 other studio albums by Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Comes with the original inner sleeve. Sorry for the glare. And it's on the Capitol label. It's got the big hit Roll Me Away on this one. It's also got Shame on the Moon and Even Now. It's a 12 studio album, 1982 release. Number 5 on the charts. Big album. Sold over 2 million just in the States alone. And Don Felder from the Eagles plays guitar in a couple of tracks. Davey Johnson from the Elton John band plays a couple of tracks as well. Glenn Frey from the Eagles does some backing vocals, as well as Bonnie Raitt. So some pretty big talent on this one as well. And of course, Bob Seger can't do wrong. Great Americana, great classic rock from Mr. Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. And again, everything's in great shape. The cover and the vinyl is in great shape on that one. And pretty reasonably priced at $6. So I picked that one up right away. As well as this next one, Nights in the Rut by Aerosmith. This was a difficult album to record, apparently. Again, this one's got the original inner sleeve. And it's on the Columbia label. 1979, their 5th studio album. I already have Toys and Rocks and their debut album. I don't have a lot of Aerosmith, but I like the up until the 70s. This would be the last album in the 70s that they would make. But it had some complications to it, for sure. Joe Perry left halfway through the recording of the album because he was arguing with Steven Tyler. Steven Tyler couldn't finish lyrics or even sing because of drugs. Also, they had some financial difficulty. Joe Perry owed over $80,000 just in room service fees alone, and he planned on doing a solo album to pay off those debts. Also, producer Jack Doyle, I believe it was, or Jack Douglas, sorry, was going through a divorce, so that they had that going through. Columbia Records had to step in and take over, and basically give an ultimatum to the band to either shit or get off the pot, really. To either come up with a single, or a hit, or face the circumstances. You got Remember, Walk in the Sand as the big hit off of this one, but they ended up with a decent album. You got Remember, Walk in the Sand, Reefer Head Woman, Cheesecake, Maya, No Surprise, 3 Mile Smile, Chiquita, Think About It, Bone to Bone, Coney Island, Whitefish Boy. So that's the back of the. Some people love this album. Some people don't. I think it's a great album myself. Pardon me, despite the difficulties that they went through. $10 for that one. Not a bad deal at all. Not a bad deal at all. This next one, I've got 3 other of their albums. This is Blackfoot, Siago. I think that's how you pronounce it. Siago. Great southern rock band. Sorry, I got a bit of a cough going on here. I don't know why. Yeah, there's the back cover there. Another one with the original sleeve, or inner sleeve, sorry. And this one is on the Atco label. So yeah, Jacksonville, Florida, from this band. The awesome guitarist and vocalist Ricky Medlock, who also played and plays with the new form Lynyrd Skynyrd. 1983 Siago, their 6th studio album, featuring Ken Hensley on keyboards, who played with Uriah Heep. I listened to some of this yesterday. It's pretty darn cool album. You got Send Me an Angel, Crossfire, Hearts Grown Cold, We're Going Down, Teenage Idol, Going in Circles, Run for Cover, White Man's Land, Sail Away, and Drivin' Fool from the great Blackfoot. And finally, I found this amazing album. Heavy. I mean, this band is a hard rock heavy band, but they're also a pop, big hit band. It's Triumph. This is Surveillance. I've got 7 of their albums already in my collection. I love Triumph, one of my favorite Canadian bands. I'd say I go Rush, Tragically Hip, Triumph, Max Webster, April Wine, like top 4, top 5. But yeah, 1987 Surveillance, the 9th album by Triumph, the last to feature frontman Rick Emmett. He came back in the 80s, he came back later on. I can't remember the exact date that he would return, but it was the last album to feature him for a bit. Also Gilmore on drums and lead vocals, and Michael Levine on bass and keyboards and synthesizer. This one also has Steve Morse in it. I didn't realize that. Steve Morse plays acoustic and lead guitar on a couple of the tracks. So, I mean, Rick Emmett's already an amazing guitarist. I'm just wondering what the deal was that they brought Steve Morse in as well, which is cool because Steve Morse, of course, is just a remarkable guitarist. But yeah, it was interesting to hear that they brought Steve Morse in for that. This one's got the original inner sleeve, and it's on the MCA label. And the vinyl, again, is in fantastic shape. And how much was this one? This one was $12 for this one. But it's worth it. It's worth it. There was one, I think they lowered the price because some idiot, on the Blackfoot one, some Chris Gibson, you put your name on the cover. Shouldn't have done that. But anyway. So yeah, some great classic rock finds. Happy to have them in my collection to add to my existing discography of these amazing bands. And I'll definitely be back to do Heartbeat City, wrap the cars up. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go afterwards. Thinking the Moody Blues, thinking Jethro Tull, thinking Steppenwolf. I got all kinds of ideas going on in this brain of mine. Anyway, have yourself a great rest of the day, guys. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye now.